Hey everybody, Patrick here with you, and we are over here in Bear Bottom, Texas.
Downtown, beautiful downtown Bear Bottom, Texas.
Okay, so that would actually be, if this is downtown, it's actually Robbie's kitchen. And we're here at Bear Creek Smokehouse, and one thing we've known all along here, Robbie likes to cook, Robbie likes to eat, Robbie likes to travel around the country and showing other people about some of their good food, and in some cases the recipes come from the family cookbook, right?
That's right. So I don't know if you've seen the cookbook. I think you have.
I've seen the cookbook several times.
Bear Bottom Bliss, Food, Family, and Fame.
5 generations?
Yeah, 5 generations. Right. It's a great cookbook.
So we're going to do some cooking today here in the kitchen. So let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing today, first of all. Give us a little overview.
Okay, sure. So, you know, Brussel Sprouts seem to be on the menu at restaurants all over the country, from New York to Marshall, Texas, you know.
Okay.
And I'm going to show people a tasty way to make Brussel Sprouts at home.
Gotcha.
Easy to do, very few ingredients here. Then we're going to actually do a garlic roasted with rosemary, new potato. Did
you grow the rosemary yourself?
We actually did.
I was curious about that. We actually just built our own above ground garden in the backyard. And I want to say, I believe there's some rosemary planted at it now.
It's easy to grow. We had one in the front yard one time. The stalk on it grew about this big. Yeah. And I don't know, I think that freeze, that 9-inch snow we got, killed the whole thing.
It can do everything in one pan.
It's easy to grow. I love it, and we put it on a lot of food.
Final thing you're going to be preparing today is?
Access deer backstrap, brother.
Oh my gosh.
Before we cook that one, we're going to lock the front door because I'm afraid we're going to have guests pop in.
We may end up having some guests pop in. And if you haven't had access, it's supposed to be some of the best as far as meat around.
As wild game goes.
Get a chance to hunt them, don't pass it up. So we're about to get started here, but real quick, anything exciting going on here we want to tell anybody about here?
Oh, well, you know, we have barbecue every Saturday at Bear Creek. We invite everybody to come out, eat right off the pit. It's wonderful. It's a great family environment, so come on out and do that. And then, don't forget, Patrick, September 10th, we have Pat Green coming to downtown Bear Bottom in concert right here. All proceeds go to Hannah House, which is a women's fraternity home for young women that choose life.
I tell you what, your place up there has really become a destination place for events, whether or not they're concerts, organizations, you've had in kids recently doing different things. It's a happening place.
Yeah, okay, so let me tell you something. Just today, we had people come in from California. And I had to tell them that they were not our farthest visitor. You know where our farthest visitor was today?
Where was it? Where?
Manchester, United Kingdom.
Wow.
We are a tourist
So how do they find you, or do they take the wrong turn down here in Marshall? I know you're a destination, but I get that part. But your sign out there tells everybody when they get here it's a tourist trap.
Finest tourist trap in Texas.
So how did they come here on purpose?
Well, you know what? It was a roundabout story. They're here in the United States for 3 weeks doing some touring of Texas. They spent the night in Jefferson last night. At breakfast with somebody, they wanted to go to a ranch, so they came out here.
Can't beat a ranch like this at all. Okay, tell you what, we've talked long enough right now, but to even make this segment even better, we're going to end up bringing in your wife to come and help, because I'm not going to help with any of this cooking, and we needed to add some class to it if I'm stepping out of the shot. I can't live here, Robbie here all alone. So you ready to get started?
She's going to make me look a lot better.
But we already know that for sure. Okay, so let's get started with today.
Okay, guys, I'm glad that you joined us in beautiful downtown Bear Bottom, Texas. I've got my beautiful wife, Tracy, with me today. We've got a great recipe. Brussels sprouts are showing up on menus all across the country. We're going to show you a quick, easy way to do them right here at home. What do you think, babe?
I think it's a great idea. This is one of the main things we order when we go out to eat. We always get the Brussels sprouts.
I love it.
We thought, why not try it at home ourselves and see if we can come up with something.
Exactly. So there's so many ways to do it. We're just going to show you the way we like to do it. Absolute best recipe would be if we added a little Bear Creek bacon to this, and we just now thought of that.
I know it.
Or we would have added some to it, but anyway, that would be the ultimate. Okay, baby, why don't you talk about what you're putting on there, and I'll slice the rest of these Brussels sprouts.
I'm just going to do a little bit of olive oil. It does not take much because you want them to be crispy, and if you put too much olive oil, they're going to get soggy. So you just want just enough to crisp them up. It's mainly so they don't stick on the pans with olive oil. Some garlic powder, but you know we should have done fresh garlic. We're kind of doing the lazy way here.
And you know, I always tell people that recipes are just a guide. And you know, if you got one spice or something that you like better than the other, it's okay to you know, change the recipe up a little bit. It's not going to be a failure for sure.
I'm going to do a little salt and some fresh ground black pepper. And then we're gonna give this a toss. And then we can look, we can always adjust the olive oil if we think we need a little more or whatever, we can always adjust it.
Okay, I'll give it a toss.
Okay.
I want you to keep your, baby, I don't know if my homeowner's insurance is paid up. If we mess these nails up,
well, it's actually
I'd have to
time for
file
me
a
to go get
claim,
them
baby.
done.
I'd have to file a claim. Give me just a little more oil.
Okay.
I like a little more oil.
All right.
Now, so this is actually we're gonna put hot honey on here, but the first thing we're gonna do is put the seasonings on here that Tracy just did. We're gonna roast them for a little bit in a 375 oven. Is that right? 375?
Yeah, 375 for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll pull them out and they'll have a char on them, and then we'll add that hot honey and then go back in for another 5.
Okay, so you see how much time we spend here. This is super easy.
And one thing about Brussels sprouts, they're great for an appetizer. You can have it as a side. So, and it's super easy and it'll feed a crowd.
That's right. Okay. Baby, you get the oven for me. I will slide them in there. All right. Woo, hot.
That's looking amazing.
Oh, don't those look pretty?
Really good.
See, they char so well, and that is the most flavorful part.
Oh yeah, that's why you can't put too much olive oil on them, otherwise they get too soggy. So you want them crisp.
That's right, okay.
So
this is just gonna give them a little sweet and a little hot right here. This, you gotta visit us at Bear Creek. This is a hot honey that we sell over there, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's even great. You're gonna doubt me on this one, but this is absolutely wonderful on Bluebell vanilla ice cream.
We've actually tried it. It is amazing.
Come to Bear Creek, we'll let you try it that way. Baby, you did a beautiful job.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, guys, we are happy to share a recipe with y'all out of the Bare Bottom Bliss 5 Generations of Food Family Faith today. We're gonna do garlic roasted new potatoes with rosemary.
And this is a special recipe because it's one of our own kids.
It's one of Erin's recipes that she likes. And that's our oldest daughter, lives in Dallas. And this was one of her favorite things to always cook when she was at home. So,
she made it for us last time she was here.
She's a big girl now. She's a dental hygienist in Dallas. So anyway, in her honor, let's do some rosemary potatoes.
All right. All right, you want to hand me that pan so we can...
Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's just mix it in the bowl first.
All right, so olive oil, of course.
So Tracy put Himalayan sea salt in there. She put a little olive oil, and I'm about to add about 3 or 4 cloves of fresh garlic. And I'm just gonna squeeze that in there.
We'll mix this up, and then I'll probably add some more olive oil, and then I'll get the black pepper on there.
Okay, and I like to get these little husks.
Yeah, and the more garlic, the better, because I think the recipe says super garlicky rosemary potatoes. So.
Well, you know, too, baby, garlic is a natural antioxidant, and it's actually helps your body, helps your immune system, and that sort of thing too. So
I love garlic.
I don't know if I've told you this story. My granddad used to eat a fresh clove of garlic every day. He never had mosquito bites, never had any flies buzzing around his head, and he never had many people to talk to either. But anyway, but fresh garlic is awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna chop up just a little bit of this rosemary, and this actually came from the flower garden in the back. Sadie went out and grabbed this a while ago. So rosemary can be kind of strong sometimes, so we're not putting a ton of it. It doesn't take a ton of it to like add a whole lot of flavor. Okay, so
let me get some black pepper.
Get after it. A little black pepper.
Okay.
Perfect. That looks beautiful.
So we can cut these in half, or we can do them whole. But since these are the baby ones, we're just leaving them whole.
They're kind of. I took a few and cut them in half, but most of them we're just leaving whole. It won't take long. What temp, baby?
400.
400 for how long?
About 20 minutes. Check them, and then stir them, mix them up a little bit, and then let them go back in.
Okay.
Depends on your oven. I mean, you know, if it's a regular oven or convection oven.
So there we go. Got them on a cookie sheet, and why don't you open the oven for me? I'll pop them in there.
Ready?
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Let's give it 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Good job. Be right back. Okay, guys, so one of my favorite meats out there is axis deer. And it's the one thing that my wife doesn't mind when I take off and go to a trip down to South Texas or the Hill Country. I've got some axis deer fillets right here. And this is so easy to do. There's a product out there called Montreal Steak Seasoning, and I absolutely love it. It's just a blend of pepper, salt, and some other spices. I believe it's got garlic in it. But I'm just gonna take it and put put a nice little coat on both sides of these. This is, a lot of you refer to it as backstrap, and I've got it kind of trimmed up where it looks pretty. So we're gonna put some on both sides. And behind me, I actually have a hot black cast iron skillet with some butter and olive oil in it. So here we go. I'm just gonna get these seasoned. And then that's it, boys. I'm just gonna turn around, put this on the hot skillet, and then we're gonna just transfer the skillet to the oven. I believe, what temp, baby, do we have that on? 325. So, all right, so here we go. We're going right to the hot skillet over here. Let's see, I hope I've got this hot enough, so we're gonna get a little sizzle. Oh, wow, yeah. Perfect. Can somebody make sure the front door is locked? Because if we have anybody around and they start smelling this Axis deer, I'm not sure if I want to share it or not. I'm gonna rinse my hands off here. And I'm gonna just kind of keep my eyes on this. That looks beautiful in the skillet. I hope everybody's getting a good shot of that. I'm just gonna lift that up. I'm gonna show this camera right here. Look at that little sear we're getting on there. That is gorgeous, and I can smell the seasoning, I can smell the meat, I smell butter, I smell olive oil, I smell all kinds of good stuff. So, let me get my glove. Got to have the right tool for the job, I tell you, boys. Let's see here. Okay. I'm gonna check these. I'm gonna actually turn the heat up just a little bit. That kind of cooled the skillet down when I did that. But those are nice, beautiful little chubs of backstrap. I'm gonna sear that just a little more on that one side, and then I'm gonna flip them. Then we're just gonna transfer everything to the oven, and we're gonna finish these off in this black cast iron skillet in the oven. All right, baby. Well, we did all this in what, 45 minutes?
Yeah, not long at all.
It doesn't take long at all. So we've got great Axis deer.
My favorite meat. This is my favorite.
I know, it's my favorite too. And contrary to popular belief, Axis deer meat is not spotted.
No.
Okay. you skin the spots off.
Yeah, we take all that off.
So that's pan-seared Axis deer backstrap. We've got garlic, rosemary, roasted potatoes, and we've got some hot honey Brussel sprouts.
Yep.
And that is just a beautiful, earthy meal right there.
Yep. And it's healthy. I mean, this is really good for you.
Absolutely. And the Axis buck, you know, coming right off the land, you know, range, what do you call it? Grass-fed, hormone-free, gluten-free. I don't know what all you call Axis deer, but it's as natural as it gets. And then these other vegetables, we didn't put anything that's going to harm you or whatever. This is just a great down-home Southern meal.
Yep, I love it. One of my favorites. Can't wait for us to begin.
Let's do it.